Hello and welcome to yet another episode of How Does It Relate To? Today we are looking at movies with Richard Widmark. Why with Richard Widmark, you ask? Because he was in the Alamo movie that was featured in our last How Does It Relate To with John Wayne. So that's why the Alamo is our marker. And it's from 1962. No, it's from 1960. Night and the City. Where does Night and the City belong? Is it before or after the Alamo? It's before the Alamo. Like a decade before. Hanky Panky. Now doesn't that look like a really old movie? But does it belong where? It belongs after the Alamo. It's from the 80s. So it's kind of new actually. Don't Bother to Knock. Now, does that belong before Night and the City, between Night and the City and the Alamo, between the Alamo and Hanky Panky, or after Hanky Panky? It belongs between Night and the City and the Alamo. Judgment at Nuremberg. Yeah, the title was barely visible there. Where does it belong? It belongs between the Alamo and Hanky Panky. The Long Ships. Looks like a Viking movie. Does it belong early, as in the Viking Age, or does it belong late? It belongs between the Judgment at Nuremberg and Hanky Panky. Murder at Orient Express. Now that's a new title, isn't it? Where could it belong? It belongs between the Long Ships and Hanky Panky. Madigan. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Madigan? Madigan? Where does it belong? Tell me now, tell me quick. It belongs between the Long Ships and Murder on the Orient Express. The Tunnel of Level of Violence. Where does it belong? It belongs between Don't Bother to Knock and the Alamo. Roller Coaster. That sounds like a fun movie. Roller coasters are fun, right? I don't like roller coasters though. They're scary. So where does it belong? It belongs between Murder on the Orient Express and Hanky Panky. Kiss of Death. Yes, where does Kiss of Death belong? We got like a couple of spots. Just choose one. But choose wisely. It belongs before Night and the City. And that were all the movies that I had for you today with Richard Widmark. What was the name? Don't forget. Oh, I got an anagram for next time. Weird and Leg. Now who could that be? Give me a best guess. Write it in the comments. Hello and welcome to another episode of How Does It Relate To? Today we are looking at movies featuring John Wayne. Do you know what order these movies came in? Let's see. Our marker is The Longest Day. Do you know when The Longest Day came out? Well, you don't have to know. It's not an actual question, but I guess you get a bonus point if you know. It was in 1962. Now, how do these movies relate to The Longest Day?